When it comes to stocking up your pantry, canned foods are often a go-to choice for their convenience and long shelf life. However, not every canned good on the shelf is created equal, and some can pose serious risks to your health. Hidden behind their shiny, enticing labels are highly processed ingredients, alarming levels of sodium, and sometimes even questionable manufacturing practices. The reality is, not all canned foods are as safe or nutritious as they may seem, and certain options could leave your body paying the ultimate price. Among Walmart's vast aisles of canned goods, there are hidden dangers waiting to be uncovered. From tins laced with harmful chemicals to products stuffed with preservatives and excessive sugars, these unsuspecting items could wreak havoc on your health. Whether you're searching for a simple soup or a quick veggie side, it's crucial to know which canned foods to avoid at all costs. Don't make the mistake of compromising your well-being for convenience or a low price. Before you toss that next can into your cart, read on to uncover the 12 canned foods you shouldn't buy from Walmart and the unsettling reasons behind their spot on this cautionary list. 1. Canned tuna. When it comes to canned tuna, it's not just a matter of preference, it's a potential health hazard, especially when purchased from certain retailers like Walmart. This popular pantry staple, often touted as a convenient and protein-rich option, harbors hidden dangers that can't be ignored. First and foremost, there's the alarming issue of mercury contamination. Tuna, being a predatory fish, accumulates significant amounts of mercury over time, and canned varieties are no exception. Consuming tuna with high mercury levels can lead to severe health consequences, including neurological damage, memory loss, and developmental issues in children and unborn babies. While this risk exists across all canned tuna, the quality control concerns with cheaper options found at Walmart make them an even greater gamble for your health. But that's not all. The problem with Walmart's canned tuna isn't just about what's lurking inside the tin, it's about the quality or lack thereof. Many budget-friendly brands stocked in their aisles prioritize cost-saving measures above all else, leading to subpar products. From watery, bland tuna to inconsistent texture and off-putting smells, these cans often fall short of the standards you'd expect. And while taste and texture might seem like minor inconveniences, the real issue lies in what might be quietly overlooked during the manufacturing process. Lower quality often means less rigorous oversight, and that could lead to contaminants slipping through undetected. Imagine opening a can of this questionable tuna and feeding it to your family, not realizing the potential harm it might cause. Beyond the overt quality concerns, there's the ethical issue of sourcing. Some Walmart-supplied brands may ignore sustainable fishing practices, contributing to environmental destruction and overfishing, further tarnishing their reputation. By choosing these lower-quality products, you're not just risking your own health, you're inadvertently contributing to a system that's bad for the planet. Ultimately, Walmart's cheaper canned tuna is a risk simply not worth taking. With your health, your taste buds, and the environment on the line, this is one canned food you should avoid at all costs. 2. Canned soup. When it comes to canned soup, the convenience can be tempting, but don't be fooled, it could be a ticking time bomb for your health. Many canned soups, particularly the ones found on Walmart shelves, are loaded with an alarmingly high amount of sodium. Consuming these products regularly can contribute to serious health issues like hypertension, heart disease, and kidney problems. Some brands have sodium levels so extreme that even a single serving can account for more than half of your recommended daily intake. And let's not forget that those serving sizes listed on the label are often laughably small. Who actually eats just half a can of soup? The truth is, by finishing one can, you're potentially doubling that already excessive sodium intake and putting your health at significant risk. Beyond the undeniable sodium scare, these canned soups often offer lackluster nutritional value, leaving you with little more than a load of empty calories and preservatives. Fresh vegetables, hearty proteins, and wholesome grains are replaced with processed, rehydrated ingredients and chemical additives designed for shelf life, not your well-being. What you might think is a comforting bowl of soup is actually a cocktail of artificial flavors and stabilizers that do your body no favors. Even the healthy options are low sodium. Varieties are often riddled with hidden sugars, alternative salts, and synthetic flavor enhancers masquerading as better choices. If the long list of unpronounceable additives on the ingredient label doesn't concern you, maybe this will some canned soups have been found to contain BPA from the lining of the cans. BPA, a chemical linked to hormone disruption, can seep into the food you consume, adding one more risk factor to your bowl of supposed comfort. think twice before tossing that can of soup into your shopping cart at Walmart. While it may seem like an easy go-to meal, the reality is chilling. Choose fresh, homemade alternatives. You'll spare yourself the hidden dangers lurking in each spoonful. Trust us, your health is worth the extra effort. 3. Canned vegetables. When it comes to canned vegetables, the risk is far greater than you might expect. Although they may seem like a convenient way to stock up on pantry staples, these pre-packaged goods could be a grave mistake for your health and taste buds alike. The overuse of added salts and preservatives in canned vegetables is alarming. These chemical additives are not just included to extend shelf life but can wreak havoc on your health over time. Excess sodium intake from these products can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and other debilitating conditions. Imagine unknowingly piling on unnecessary salt. With every meal, it's a ticking time bomb for your body. But that's not the only reason to avoid canned vegetables from Walmart. Once you crack open that can, you'll quickly notice that the flavor is often bland, if not downright unappetizing. These vegetables lack the vibrant, fresh taste you'd find in their fresh or even frozen alternatives. The reason? The high-heat canning process destroys much of the natural flavor, texture, and nutrients, leaving behind vegetables that are a sad, lifeless representation of what they once were. You think you're eating something healthy, but in reality, you're just settling for a diluted version of what vegetables should be. What's even scarier is that some canned vegetables are plagued with hidden dangers like BPA-lined cans. Bisphenol A, a chemical used in the lining of many food cans, can leach into the vegetables themselves. Linked to various health issues such as cancer, hormonal disruptions, and reproductive damage, BPA exposure is not something to gamble with. Walmart's shelves may be stocked with budget options, but the risks far outweigh the convenience. For the sake of your health and taste buds, steer clear of canned vegetables, especially from major retailers like Walmart, where quality may be compromised in favor of cost savings. It's a shortcut that could lead to far-reaching consequences, one can at a time. Fresh or frozen is always a better and safer choice. 4. Canned pasta. Canned pasta might seem like a convenient option when you're pressed for time, but it comes with a hefty amount of hidden dangers that should make you think twice before adding it to your cart at Walmart. These seemingly harmless cans are loaded with alarming quantities of sugar and sodium, making them a ticking time bomb for your health. One serving can carry an eye-watering amount of salt, far exceeding what most people should consume in a single meal. Combined with the sugar content, which, in some cases, rivals that of a dessert, canned pasta could easily derail your diet and contribute to long-term health issues, including heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes. But that's not all. A closer inspection of the ingredient label reveals a nightmare of artificial additives lurking within. From preservatives to stabilizers and artificial coloring, canned pasta is often teeming with chemicals that have no business being in your meals. Bargain brands are especially notorious for cutting corners, using cheaper, low-quality ingredients to keep costs down. These additives might extend shelf life, but at what cost to your health? Questionable preservatives found in some products have been linked to adverse effects ranging from digestive problems to potential risks of chronic illnesses. Think about it. Do you really want to gamble your well-being for a can of convenience? Even more unsettling is the fact that many canned pastas lack any real nutritional value. Don't be fooled by misleading labels boasting cheesy flavor or hearty sauce. Most of these products are a pale imitation of their fresh counterparts, stripped of the nutrients you would get from homemade pasta or even frozen alternatives. Instead, canned pasta is a calorie-dense, nutrient-poor choice, leaving you hungry and craving more unhealthy foods shortly after consumption. The next time you're strolling through Walmart's aisles, think twice before reaching for canned pasta. It's more than just a bad value, it could silently chip away at your health. One sodium-filled bite at a time. Stay safe and steer clear of this pantry nightmare. 5. Canned fruit in syrup. Beware of canned fruit and heavy syrup lurking on Walmart's shelves. While these seemingly innocent cans may appear like a convenient shortcut to add fruit to your diet, they harbor a sugary secret that could wreak havoc on your health. The truth behind these glossy, syrup-laden fruits is anything but sweet. Packed with an overwhelming amount of refined sugar, they transform what should be a wholesome, natural snack into a calorie-loaded sugar bomb. This heavy syrup is no small issue. It's essentially liquid sugar drenching the fruit. Consuming this can lead to dangerous blood sugar spikes, increased risk of obesity, and long-term health complications like diabetes and heart disease. And don't be fooled into thinking that draining the syrup can save you. Even after draining, the fruit has already absorbed a significant amount of this sugary concoction, making its natural goodness a distant memory. You're left with a product that pales in comparison to fresh fruit, which provides natural sugars accompanied by essential fiber and nutrients. What's even more unsettling is how these canned fruits target shoppers looking for simple and affordable ways to eat healthy. They disguise themselves as an adequate substitute for fresh or frozen fruit. But don't fall for it, this is a trap. You might think you're making a health-conscious choice, but in reality, you're being fed a syrupy lie that's anything but nutritious. You deserve better options than poorly preserved, sugar-drenched imposters masquerading as healthy choices. If you're eyeing canned fruit at Walmart, take a hard pass on the ones swimming in syrup. Seek out low-sugar or no-sugar added options, or better yet, go for fresh fruit to enjoy the real deal, the taste and nutrients without the scary health risks. Don't be misled by the shiny, cheerful labels. These cans of fruit should come with a health warning. Protect yourself from the sweetness trap and choose wisely. 6. Canned chili. When it comes to canned chili, steer clear of the offerings from Walmart unless you're ready to gamble with your health. These seemingly convenient cans of comfort food are often loaded with alarmingly high levels of saturated fat and sodium, turning what should be a hearty meal into a potential dietary nightmare. Consuming excessive saturated fat can clog your arteries over time, increasing the risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular issues. Sodium, on the other hand, hides as a silent enemy, wreaking havoc on your blood pressure and burdening your kidneys to no end. Many canned chili brands found at Walmart are prime culprits, masking their unhealthy profiles behind clever branding and flavor additives. Even more concerning is the hidden cocktail of preservatives and artificial ingredients lurking within these cans. They are designed to amplify taste and prolong shelf life, but at what cost? The trade-off is a long-term toll on your health, with additives that disrupt your body's natural balance and contribute to a growing list of modern ailments. A single serving of some of these canned chilies can pack sodium levels that meet, or even exceed, the recommended daily intake, and that's assuming you're sticking to the stated serving size, a rare feat for anyone enjoying a warm bowl of chili. Overindulgence is not hard when the flavors are so addictively engineered. What's scarier is how easy it is to overlook these dangers. With their affordability and ease of preparation, canned chili might seem like the perfect meal to stock up on, but you could unknowingly be stocking up on health problems instead. The good news? You don't have to subject yourself to these risks. Homemade chili, made with fresh ingredients and spices, is not just a healthier alternative but also incomparable in taste and quality. Alternatively, look for fresh, minimally processed options in your grocery store. Don't fall victim to the convenience trap. Your body will thank you for steering clear of this canned catastrophe. 7. Canned meats, e.g. Spam, Vienna sausage. When it comes to canned meats like Spam or Vienna sausage, there's one thing you should know up front: they might be convenient, but they're far from being a safe or healthy option. These highly processed products are loaded with fat, sodium, and a cocktail of questionable ingredients that should make any health-conscious shopper think twice before buying them. The contents inside these cans might be preserved for years, but at what cost? Consuming these products regularly can contribute to significant health issues such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, and obesity. If you're not cautious, the long-term toll they can take on your body can far outweigh their convenience. The ingredient list alone should be enough to send alarm bells ringing. Many canned meats are stuffed with additives, preservatives, and mystery components that most people can't even pronounce. Sure, they're marketed as a quick protein option, but are you really okay with putting highly processed scraps into your body? The quality of these meats is highly questionable, as they often come from less than ideal cuts or parts of animals that are heavily treated or artificially enhanced. It's a far cry from any fresh, wholesome food you'd want in your diet. And let's not overlook the sodium content. A single serving can contain an alarming percentage of your daily recommended sodium intake, and that's just the beginning. Regularly consuming such salty foods can lead to water retention, kidney problems, and an increased risk of heart failure. Worst of all, these meats are designed to be addictive. Their salty, savory taste masks the ugly truth about what's really inside. Think about it, do you really want to trust your health to a heavily processed meat product that could sit on a shelf for years without spoiling? While they may seem like a thrifty choice, the hidden costs in terms of your long-term health and well-being are too high to ignore. If you're shopping at Walmart, leave these cans on the shelves where they belong and opt for fresher, cleaner sources of protein instead. 8. Canned cheese sauce. Canned cheese sauce might seem like a convenient and tasty option for those looking to quickly whip up nachos, mac and cheese, or dips, but there's a dark side to this seemingly innocent product that you need to know. Beneath its creamy texture and bright orange hue lies a concoction of artificial additives and preservatives that your body may struggle to recognize as food. These additives are not only unnecessary but can host a range of potential health hazards, including disrupting your digestion and increasing long-term health risks. Behind that metallic lid lurks a chemical cocktail disguised as comfort food. One of the most alarming aspects of canned cheese sauce is its glaring lack of real nutrition. What you're eating isn't truly cheese, it's an artificial amalgamation created to mimic it. Real cheese provides valuable nutrients like calcium and protein. This processed alternative, however, is largely stripped of such benefits, leaving you with empty calories that do little more than contribute to unhealthy weight gain. Worse still, some varieties of canned cheese sauce contain high levels of sodium, which can be detrimental to heart health if consumed regularly. What should really make you think twice about grabbing that can off the shelf is the long list of synthetic ingredients it contains. Many of these hard-to-pronounce additives exist for the sole purpose of extending shelf life and improving texture, not for nourishing your body. Some of these chemicals have been linked to concerning side effects, such as allergic reactions or long-term impacts on organs when consumed in excess. Pair that with the heavy processing required to produce this item, and you're left with a product that's far from fresh and wholesome. Your health is priceless, and settling for cheap, ultra-processed substitutes that offer no real benefits simply isn't worth it. Step away from the canned cheese sauce aisle and consider natural alternatives like real block cheese or homemade sauces. These options not only taste better but also spare your body from the frightening ingredients lurking in every can. 9. Canned beans with added spices. When browsing Walmart's canned goods aisle, those enticingly flavored canned beans might catch your eye. Spiced up black beans, chili-flavored varieties, or seasoned garbanzo beans often find their way into carts under the illusion of convenience and taste. However, these seemingly harmless products hide a dark truth. These cans are loaded with added sugars, excessive sodium, and chemical preservatives that can wreak havoc on your diet and overall health. The flavor that seems so convenient is nothing more than a cheap trick. The sodium levels in these products are often alarmingly high, with some cans containing nearly half your daily limit in a single serving. Over time, excessive sodium intake can contribute to hypertension, kidney damage, and heart disease. It's even scarier when you consider that sugar often sneaks into the recipe as well, masked under innocent-sounding names like evaporated cane syrup or molasses. These hidden sugars not only add to the calorie count but may also spike blood sugar levels, contributing to diabetes risk and energy crashes. Even worse, the preservatives and artificial flavorings added to these beans to maintain their zesty tastes have potential long-term effects. Frequent consumption of such additives could expose you to inflammatory reactions, headaches, or even potential risks of consuming hormone-disrupting compounds. The promise of convenience suddenly doesn't seem so appealing when viewed through the lens of these potential health threats. Here's the chilling reality: these flavored beans aren't any better for you than eating junk food directly from the shelf. While they masquerade as healthy, their nutritional profile tells a much darker story. The good news is that you can sidestep this dietary minefield by simply sticking to plain, unseasoned canned beans. These options give you all the plant-based nutrition without the nightmarish additives. At home, you have absolute control over seasoning, allowing you to create a flavorful dish that's truly healthy and safe. Skip the pre-flavored traps, and don't let those toxic cans fool you into compromising your health. 10. Canned gravy. Canned gravy might seem like a convenient solution for saving time in the kitchen, but don't be fooled by its promises of ease and simplicity. This product is one of the worst offenders when it comes to compromising flavor and quality, and you're better off avoiding it altogether. Unlike the rich, savory goodness of homemade gravy, canned versions often fall flat. The taste can be described as artificial and bland, a far cry from the hearty, homemade gravy that elevates your meals. If you're buying canned gravy thinking it'll deliver that comforting homemade experience, think again. What you'll find instead is a lackluster, metallic flavor that ruins your dishes and leaves everyone disappointed. But flavor isn't the only issue here. Canned gravy comes loaded with preservatives and artificial ingredients to prolong shelf life, often at the expense of your health. Just take a look at the ingredients list and you might be horrified: cornstarch, artificial caramel coloring, monosodium glutamate (MSG), and who knows what else. These additives and artificial flavors are nothing short of chemical concoctions that have no place in a sauce meant to enrich your meals. Worse still, most canned gravies are shockingly high in sodium. Consuming them regularly could leave you feeling bloated, lethargic, and on a fast track to serious health issues like high blood pressure. What's truly scary about canned gravy is not just its inferior quality or its health risks. It's the fact that something so simple and inexpensive to make at home has been turned into an industrial, processed mess. Homemade gravy can be crafted with just a few natural ingredients, stock or pan drippings, flour, and seasoning. Yet many people turn to the convenience of canned gravy, not realizing it's a culinary nightmare in disguise. Save yourself and your meals from falling victim to this lackluster, sodium-packed mistake. Homemade gravy isn't just better, it's a lifeline for your health and taste buds. When it comes to canned gravy, leave it on the shelf and don't look back. Is 11 canned pet food. When it comes to canned pet food, the reality is far more concerning than what most pet owners imagine. Many of the options lining Walmart's shelves are riddled with questionable ingredients that could jeopardize the health of your beloved furry companions. While they may boast appealing packaging and phrases like nutrient-packed or veterinarian-approved, a closer look at the ingredient lists reveals a much darker truth. From low-quality meat byproducts to artificial additives and preservatives, these items often fall short of providing the wholesome nutrition pets need to thrive. Worse yet, the sourcing of some of these ingredients remains highly opaque, raising red flags about their safety and origin. Your pet relies on you to make choices that ensure their well-being, but feeding them some of these canned foods could unknowingly expose them to harmful substances. Cheap fillers such as corn, soy, and wheat are often used as cost-cutting measures, delivering little to no nutritional value. Even more horrifying is the inclusion of unnamed meat meals or animal derivatives which can originate from unhealthy or unregulated sources. This leaves you wondering how much of what you're feeding your pet is actually safe. Even if these products meet basic industry regulations, many fail to meet the higher standards required for optimum health. There are, of course, some high-quality options available, but finding these amidst the sea of problematic canned pet food can feel like a daunting task. It's a chilling thought to consider that the food you grab in a hurry could potentially deteriorate your pet's health over time, leading to issues like poor digestion, obesity, or even life-threatening illnesses. Walmart's competitive pricing might save you a few dollars up front, but at what cost? For pet owners who truly care about their animals, it's crucial to look beyond convenience and price. Always research ingredients, reviews, and sourcing before making a purchase. Don't fall for flashy labels or convincing advertisements. Your pet's life could depend on it. 12 canned pie filling. When it comes to canned pie filling, especially the varieties stocked at Walmart, buyers beware. What might seem like a quick solution for your dessert needs is often a disaster lurking in your pantry. These canned concoctions are laden with artificial flavors, preservatives, and an alarming amount of sugar, turning your sweet treat into a health nightmare. Each spoonful of this gleaming goop comes with a side of guilt, as you're not just consuming pie filling but also a cocktail of synthetic chemicals crafted to mimic the taste of real fruit. The excess sugar in these fillings isn't just a minor concern, it's a deal breaker. With more sweeteners than actual fruit, these products are a ticking time bomb for your nutrition. If you're aiming for a wholesome, homemade pie, these cans of sugar-drenched syrup completely undermine your efforts. Imagine putting together a beautiful buttery crust, only to fill it with something that's the equivalent of a sugar rush in disguise. The result? A pie that looks beautiful on the outside but wreaks havoc on your health from the first bite. What's scarier is what they don't tell you. Most canned pie fillings are deceptively marketed with images of ripe, juicy fruit on the label. Inside, however, you'll often find soggy, overly processed pieces drowning in a gelatinous mess. The vibrant, fresh taste you might expect from a blueberry or cherry pie becomes instead an overly sweetened and artificial shadow of what it should be. And don't even get started on the apple pie filling, where more than half the fruit you're eating might not even have been near an orchard in years. The alternative is simpler and far better for you. Make your own pie filling. By selecting fresh or frozen fruit, you not only eliminate the toxins and excessive sugar, but also control the balance of flavors yourself. Walmart's canned pie fillings may seem convenient, but convenience should never come at the cost of your health or flavor. Don't risk it, ditch the can and pick up some real fruit instead. Conclusion. When it comes to canned foods from Walmart, it's clear that convenience often comes at a steep cost to both health and quality. The common thread across many of the items we've discussed is the overuse of artificial additives, preservatives, and low-quality ingredients, all marketed under the guise of affordability and ease. While these products might save you time in the short term, the potential long-term risks to your health, taste buds, and even the well-being of your pets are simply not worth it. By making mindful choices and opting for fresh, whole ingredients or carefully researched alternatives, you can avoid falling into the trap of highly processed and questionable canned foods. Remember, your health and the health of your loved ones deserve better than cutting corners on quality. Whether it's avoiding sodium-laden gravies, harmful pet foods, or sugar-loaded pie fillings, stepping away from these staples can lead to healthier and more satisfying choices. Take control of your pantry and shop smarter. Your wallet, body, and family will thank you.